In this video, we're going to compare YouTube versus TikTok, and which one is the best platform to promote your music if you're an independent artist. So TikTok is obviously one of the newer platforms on the scene, whereas YouTube has been around forever. However, they both have completely different user experiences, so one might suit you better than the other. Now in reality, both of these platforms are brilliant tools to help you market your music, and there are artists out there who are making either one of them work really well for them and having tons of success. However, they are just two tools out of a whole array that you have at your disposal, and it's very likely that you're going to need a much more holistic strategy in order to get big traction. To help with that, I created my ultimate guide to marketing your music. It's completely free to download, and it goes through all of the very best strategies that are working right now, helping artists get tons of radio play, tens of thousands of streams on Spotify, sell out the merch store, go on tour, and have #1 singles on iTunes. Just go to pages.adam-fiasco.com/ultimate marketing guide, and it's yours. The link is in the description below. Okay, so let's start comparing YouTube and TikTok. And let's start with your chances of going viral. Right now, as an artist, you probably have a better chance of going viral on TikTok than YouTube. That's not to say you can't go viral on YouTube, you can, but you've probably got a better chance on TikTok. And the reason for that is because of the trends. One of the many reasons people love TikTok is because of the trends. These are either funny, they're catchy, it might be a dance. People like to get involved with it. So potentially if you could make your song part of a dance, if you could just do something that gets involved with one of the latest trends, then that could very easily put you viral. Now, it's not impossible to go viral on YouTube. In fact, if you go back maybe 10-15 years, dare I say that it was maybe even easy. However, times change and new platforms come along, and that's just not the case anymore. However, if one of your aims is to go viral, then no matter what platform, this requires a deep understanding of how the algorithm works and also staying ahead of any of the trends. You need to be ahead of the curve. Also, timing plays a huge part. Now let's compare these two platforms in terms of getting paid for your music. According to musicgateway.com, TikTok pays $0.03 per video that your music is part of. By comparison, YouTube is one of the lower paying streaming platforms, paying out $0.00069 per stream, according to Times International. Now, which one is better really depends on which way you look at it. TikTok on the surface appears to pay a lot more to the artist. However, it is per video. So imagine if your music is played in a video that gets 1 million views. Maybe it gets 10 million or 50 million. You still only get paid $0.03 because TikTok pays per video, not per view or per stream. So with TikTok, you need to have lots and lots of videos using your music. If you have a few 100,000, maybe even a couple of million users using your video on TikTok, then that could very easily earn you a few grand. And it doesn't even matter how many views each of those videos have. Even if they are very, very low, you still get paid. However, the downside to TikTok is that if lots of those videos have millions and millions of views, that doesn't matter and it doesn't yield any extra income for you. However, on YouTube, if you have a few million streams or views of a video that's using your music, then that will earn you a few grand. And you won't get penalised if it is only 1 or 2 videos. Okay, now let's compare YouTube and TikTok in terms of video length. There is no doubt that TikTok is the king of short form content and probably started that new revolution in social media. However, many other platforms are now following suit, even YouTube with the birth of YouTube Reels. On TikTok, you have a limit of 3 minutes for your video. On YouTube, that is much longer. If you don't have a verified account, then you are restricted to 15 minutes per video that you upload. However, it is dead easy to get verified on YouTube. I'm not going to go into that in this video. If you want to learn how, just do a quick Google search and there's loads of information. Once you're verified, as far as I'm aware, there are no limits to the length of the videos you can upload to YouTube. If I'm wrong, then feel free to let me know in the comments, but there are many videos on YouTube that are hours and hours long. Now, which one will suit you will very much depend on what type of content you want to create and really what you've got to say. If short, attention-grabbing, comedy, funny, entertaining videos are your thing, then TikTok is 100% the platform for you. However, if you want to create longer documentary-style videos, if you want to create video series, or you've just got a lot to say, then you might be better off on YouTube. However, bear in mind, on both of these platforms, view times are hugely important, and whether these platforms push your video out to more users really depends on how much of the video people watch. So if you create a 1-minute video on TikTok but everyone swipes off it after 5 seconds, then TikTok will deem your video unengaging and they won't put it on people's For You page. The same very much applies to YouTube with the recommended videos. If you've got a 10-minute video and people turn it off after a minute or so, then you're unlikely to get recommended to many people. However, on both platforms, if people generally watch a high percentage of your video, then the algorithms will realize that your video is engaging, people like it, people want to watch it, and they will recommend it to more people if it's YouTube, or they'll put it on the For You page for more TikTok users. So with that in mind, you may find it easier to create really short, 1 minute or less style videos that sustain people's attention for a very short period of time. In that case, TikTok might be the best solution for you. However, if you're going to use YouTube, then you need to make sure that you hook people in within that first few seconds of the video, and then you sustain that throughout the video. If your video is 10 minutes long, then you have got to sustain their attention for much longer. YouTube works really well for niche style videos. So people that are mega interested in something that's in a really specific niche will probably want to watch the whole video. If you're doing something just for fun, just to be funny, just to be entertaining, then you might be better off on TikTok, because that's what people want as they're quickly scrolling through their phone. Next, we're going to talk about long-term discoverability. In my opinion, this is where YouTube is still king, above every single other platform, not just TikTok. The primary function of YouTube is a search engine. Think about how people use the platform. If they want to learn how to do something, if they want to watch something very specific, then they will go to YouTube and they will search for what they want in the search bar, and they'll get a whole list of videos that relate to that. This is super targeted traffic. Whereas on TikTok, you make a video, you post it, that might do really well for 24 hours, and then it very much tails off. If you're lucky, you might sustain it for a little bit longer. However, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, after Google. And what that means is you could post a video right now on YouTube, you may get a few hundred views, you may get a few thousand, but people can still find you from that video next month, next year, even 10 years from now, providing that YouTube is still around then. I know from my personal experience with YouTube, my band The Fiasco posted loads and loads of covers to YouTube when we were kind of growing up back in the sort of late 2000s, and some of those did really well. They got over 100,000 views, some of them even got to sort of like 500,000 views, and people are still finding us now from those videos that we were posting back in 2010, 2011. That is something that you just do not get on any other platform. So the fact is, if you are not posting regular videos to YouTube, then you are not only missing out on engagement and potentially growing your fan base right now, but also engagement and more fans into the future. And in my opinion, YouTube should be part of your marketing strategy as an independent artist. The great thing about creating videos and posting to YouTube, you can always repurpose these for other platforms like TikTok. Yes, they don't look perfect, but you can easily crop a YouTube video, make it portrait, make it look as good as you can, and then chop 1-minute sections to repost to Instagram Reels, to TikTok. And that works really well. The reverse cannot be said. You cannot really repurpose videos that you put to TikTok and use them for YouTube. So by creating YouTube videos, you're almost getting 2 for the price of 1. Now we're going to talk about consistency. The truth is, to get anywhere on either of these platforms, and indeed any social media platforms, requires consistency. You need to be posting frequently over a long period of time. On TikTok, it's not uncommon for users to be posting 2, 3, even 4 times every single day. On YouTube, that is a massive ask. However, posting 1 to 2 videos a week would probably stand you in good stead. Now, if you have the time to dedicate to this, then great. However, if not, you might find it really, really difficult to keep up with weekly or bi-weekly videos on YouTube, especially if these videos are going to be longer form. They might be 15 minutes, they might be half an hour, some of them might be an hour or more. This is going to take a lot of time. Firstly, you've got to plan them out, you then need to shoot them and edit them, and you're also going to need to factor in some time to set up your room and also your lighting and the cameras that you're going to use as well. By comparison, posting 4 times a day on TikTok could be really, really easy and take virtually none of your time, especially if each of those videos are less than a minute in length and you are literally just flipping your iPhone out, you're speaking to the camera and hit the post button. That can be done anywhere, anytime, really, really easily with literally no time, no planning at all. So key takeaways from this video are that YouTube and TikTok are both great platforms to post content and promote your music if you're an independent artist. And I hope this video has given you some ideas about how you could utilize either one or maybe both of them in your marketing strategy. Maybe you'll decide to focus on one more than the other, or maybe you'll decide to incorporate them both. However, it's very likely that you're going to need more strings to your bow than just 2 social media platforms in order to market your music effectively and grow an adoring fan base. And it's for that reason that I created my ultimate guide to marketing your music. This is a fully comprehensive guide that gives you a holistic approach and telling you absolutely everything that you should and need to be doing to promote your music. These are the strategies that have got artists #1 singles on iTunes, that have got them on headline tours, that have got them huge fan bases that sell out the merch store and sell out live shows, and also tons of radio play and tens of thousands of streams of the music on Spotify. So if you want to learn how you can have all of that for your music, head over to pages.adam-fiasco.com/ultimate marketing guide. The link is in the description below and it's completely free. Enjoy.